The hospital corridor was quieter than usual, only the faint squeak of rubber soles against polished floors filling the space. The physiotherapist had stepped aside for a moment, leaving the two of you alone as you stood with crutches, stubbornly refusing assistance. Your knuckles widened as you gripped the metal jaw clenched, breath harsh. Jungkook stood a step behind his tall frame, casting a shadow that clung to you no matter how much you wanted to shake it off. You didn't need to look back to know his eyes were fixed on you, watchful, concerned, unbearably patient. It made your skin crawl the way he hovered, always there, always silent. Always smiling through the shards you kept hurling at him. You took a shaky step forward, the crutches rattling faintly. Your knees screamed in protest, but you bit down hard, refusing to let a sound escape. Jungkook instinctively reached a hand out to steady you, but your voice lashed like a whip before his finger could graze the air near you. Don't touch me. I don't want your hand anywhere near me. The venom in your tone could have cut through glass. His hand froze mid-air, then slowly dropped back to his side. For a moment his Adam's apple bobbed as he swallowed, and though the hurt flickered across his features, it vanished quickly behind the same quiet smile he always wore. A smile that didn't reach his eyes anymore, but one he forced because he thought you deserved no less. All right, he murmured, his voice calm, low, as if soothing a storm instead of standing in its path. I won't touch you. You moved again, this time dragging yourself forward with stubborn force, every step echoing with the weight of your anger rather than your pain. He followed at a distance, his strides measured, his body always angled just enough that if you fell, he could catch you. But he stayed back. Respecting your demand even though you caught the way he flinched each time you stumbled. The silence between you stretched like barbed wire, sharp and suffocating. You hated how it pressed down on your chest, so you tore it apart the only way you knew, through cruelty. Why do you even bother? You spat, turning your head just enough to let him see the ice in your eyes. Why shadow me like some desperate fool? Shouldn't you go back to that woman you couldn't resist? Isn't she the one who deserves your devotion? The words were deliberate daggers, designed to make him bleed. And for a moment they did. His lips trembled, the smile faltering, the face said nearly cracking. His gaze dropped to the floor, lashes shielding the storm swirling in his eyes. A silence fell again, heavier this time. On that pressed against the fragile walls you would belt, but then slowly, carefully, he lifted his head. His eyes were soft, glassy, like they carried oceans he refused to let spill, and his smile, weak, broken at the edges, but still they returned. He exhaled, his voice steady even as it cracked at the seams. Because I only want to walk with you. The corridor seemed to still with those words. Simple, plain, yet loaded with everything you were trying to run from. You scoffed harshly, clutching your crutch tighter. What a pathetic excuse. You think a line like that erases everything you have done? You think smiling like a martyr will make me forget the betrayal that burns every time I see your face? He nodded, accepting your fury as though it were scripture. No, he said softly. I don't expect you to forget. I don't even expect you to forgive me. His eyes searching your face, gentle but unwavering. I just want to be the one behind you, even if you never turn around to see me. The physiotherapist returned, clearing their throat lightly, giving instructions for your next steps. But your ears barely registered them. Every muscle in you tightened, desperate to drown out his words, desperate not to let the smallest crack form in your armor. You pushed forward again, legs unsteady, crutches clinging. You stumbled harder this time, your body jerking as balance slipped. Before instinct could betray him, Jungkook's hand twitched forward, but he pulled them back instantly. fist curling as at his sides. His whole body shuddered with restraint, but he didn't move. He let you catch yourself, his chest rising and falling unevenly. You whipped around your glare, cutting. See, you can't even stop yourself, still waiting for me to collapse so you can play hero. His jaw clenched, but his voice stayed gentle. No, I'm waiting for you to stand on your own, but I'll always be here in case you don't want to. You hated how he said it, not pleading, not demanding, just raw truth, spoken with that same smile that mocked every dagger you threw. The therapist called the session to a close, but you weren't finished. As you sank into the chair, sweat beading on your forehead, you looked at him dead in the eye. Stop wasting your time, Jungkook. Go back to your office, to your perfect meetings, to your perfect life. Stop circling mine like some guilty shadow. He crouched slightly to meet your eye level, still careful not to touch you. His smile wavered, but his words didn't. I would rather spend every wasted hour here than a lifetime in that office without you. For the first time you found no reply sharp enough, no insult cruel enough. His calm, his patience, his quiet devotion. It was suffocating, unbearable, and yet beneath all the venom you spat, you felt something traitorous stir inside your chest. Something you weren't ready to face, so you looked away, cold and sharp again, spitting the final daggers of the day. Then keep wasting your life. Just don't expect me to thank you. He nodded once, accepting your cruelty as though it were nothing new. And then, with that same quiet, fragile smile, he whispered almost to himself, words you weren't mean to hear but did. Even if you never do, I'll still choose you. The words lingered in the sterile air long after the session ended, echoing louder than the clatter of your crutches, louder than the pounding of your heart you tried so hard to silence.